Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Custom Culture Rodcast, brought to you by Murpho's Rod and Custom Shop and Gennie Shifters. Not any shifter, Gennie Shifter. We are here at Murpho's shop right now, hanging out next to the man. How are you, sir?
Doing great, Deuce. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
It's been about 3 days.
It has been. We'll go over all that.
Normally, it's like I haven't seen you for,
like a month.
It's been 3 days, yeah.
And Custom Colette, how are you, ma'am?
I'm so good.
So good.
So good.
So good. Right on. Well, this is going to be a good show, and there's been a lot of stuff going on here at the shop.
Tons.
Dude.
I feel like every time we talk to you, I'm tired. I'm like, I'm really tired.
You say that every time. I'm so tired.
So, sometimes you're just in the midst of like the marathon.
That's true.
Doing the thing. And we had our home show this weekend. The Lone Star Roundup was in town, and we did our 14th annual open house this weekend. And I know you were there.
I was there, and it was fantastic.
It was so good.
We had
with the rain and all.
Even with the rain.
Yeah.
Dude, there was at least 250 people here in the shop with the live bands and everything. Drinks flowing. It was good, man.
Yeah, it was an amazing event, and we had such a great time. We had friends and family in town from kind of all over the country.
Yes.
We had some really good friends from Pennsylvania and from California.
I met your aunt.
Yeah.
She came up and looked at me and she goes, "You're very tall. Who are you?" That's how we started.
Yeah, we had a house full and then shop house full.
Yeah, so we did that, and the roundup was great. We had a really good time. And in town right now, we've got a really good friend of ours, Clark Gilly, who is hanging out in the shop doing a bunch of metal stuff, who's been a guest on the show before, and just, a super solid
it hasn't
homie
stopped.
of mine.
This next weekend shop.
And his protege, so to speak, our all now really good friend Jeremy is here. He's hanging out in the house, and he's actually watching the show right now. So they're here all week, and no rest for the wicked. Come Saturday, Sunday, we're doing a chop class, in the shop this week. We're gonna chop a 53 Chevrolet, and graft in a 49 back window. So that's gonna be hit. Yeah,
that'll be awesome.
All the custom
it's a good-looking car. I'm staring at it right now out in the parking lot.
It sure is.
I can't wait to see the thing after the chop, man. That's gonna look awesome. Yeah. All primered and ready.
And you, sir, how are you?
I am well. I'm glad to be back here on the show, man. This is my favorite thing in the world. I am tired. Can you tell by my voice? I'm trying not to be, but I should have got a 5-hour and I didn't. So I'm kind of.
Yeah. Well, if we had a break, we'd get you an espresso or something.
No, that's all right. I started working out again for the first time in 1,000 years.
Oh,
great.
Yeah.
And it's not easy at all. I'm
Are you feeling it?
Oh, geez, do I feel it? Even reaching for shampoo, I'm like, having to force my arm out. It's everything. But hey, the beginning. 6 months from now, we'll laugh about this. Hopefully.
Yeah. I'll laugh with you.
Knock on wood. Yeah.
If you're not broken.
If I'm not broken, I'm already broken. Just different degrees. Well, hey, today we have a great show. We have, I guess our first real sponsor that's not
our flagship, our premier sponsor.
Our premier sponsor.
Yeah. The one and only.
Our A+ number, our one and only Gennie. We have Nick and Sonia from Gennie Shifters. Excuse me. How are y'all?
We're great. How are you?
We're very good. Clark actually coined a whole thing for y'all that when I said earlier that you guys are going to be, I said, we got Gennie Shifter, and he comes by and goes, just literally walking by, not any shifter, Gennie Shifter. And I thought, man, that's a good T-shirt right there.
Yeah. Well, I like their tagline, the original is still the best.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's still the best.
And man, you guys, welcome. Thank you so much. We're super excited about all the stuff we've jumped into together and being the our premier sponsor, if you will,
and of El Matador.
Yeah, and
like
of
the
El
biggest
Matador.
and better.
Yeah. So this is great for us, you guys. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And not to mention, all made in the USA.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was going to actually say that. I should have said that in my original thing, but all American made, everybody, which is awesome.
Right.
So you guys tell us, like how you met. No, tell us about all about how this came.
Yeah, how did it
We don't want to
start?
go there.
I wanna know
Or maybe we do. I don't know. It's probably a great story.
We met at the races.
Oh,
That's
right.
a great story.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
that's cool. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So,
Racing vintage ice oval, like the old low decked sleds, racing in oval tracks. And she thought it was hilarious because we were hitting each other and just having a blast. and I did really well. So I think she liked that, you know.
You impressed her by doing
You were
so
a
well.
winner.
All right. So since I asked, then like, how long ago was that?
That was in like,
You know, 11 years ago?
yeah, probably 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my kids were racing also at the time.
Yeah.
And it just happened and I needed help with the sled. And next thing you know, we were hanging out in the shop for months and months.
Yeah.
Rad.
And then we finally went on a date.
Who asked who?
I asked you.
To the
You don't even know.
Oh, yeah.
Did I ask you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Vandermeer. They
Nice.
just shut down Vandermeer. This was
Oh,
their
wow.
last season. So
Oh,
that's
that-
kind of a bummer.
That
We
is
went
sad.
again this year to the Mile High Nationals because it was the last time they were going to be there. But yeah,
Why are they shutting it down?
I think because of noise.
Yeah.
Um,
God.
You know,
Started to build a lot of new neighborhoods out there. So it's all brand new construction. People moved in knowing that it was a drag strip and I think they got pushed out.
yeah.
Mm.
Dang.
It was
That's
a really
super
good
violation.
venue.
That's
I believe
oh,
it. Yeah.
Drives
long-
me crazy.
And how long have you guys been going to that show?
go to the track. Well, since we met and then last year.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
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 Man.
So,
Wow.
tell us, how it came about with the Gennie shifter, the how would I say acquisition, or how did that come about?
So I managed at a power sports dealership for a long time. After graduating engineering school, I graduated CSU in '02, and there wasn't really a good job market in '02. It was really bad. And so I took a
Yeah.
job at a power sports dealership in the mountains and managed sales for them for many years. And one of our customers had owned Gennie Shifter. And so he kind of told me about it. And then I found out that it was for sale a couple of years later and volunteered for a while to kind of learn the business, I basically did his job for him. But he would help me, figure everything out and what went with what. Um, and then we dove off and bought it, and moved it. And this was in June of 2020. So we just moved it across town. So not too far, but there's a lot of pieces and shelves and machines. And yeah, and so we kind of dove in. We didn't grow up in the hot rod world. But I have the engineering degree, grew up racing motocross. And then I had sales experience. So I thought it was a way we could bring back a business. It seemed like it had a lot of potential and history.
Totally.
So we thought it was a way that I could use a lot of my skills and still keep a job in the mountains. And we ship all over the world.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
And if I remember correctly, I'm sorry, my mind just kind of went blank, but I believe that you guys are in Colorado.
Yeah.
Yep, we're in the mountains. We're in Granby, Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, I want to
Beautiful part of the world, man.
tell everybody that that they helped us with our kind of one of our main builds that we're doing right now, El Matador, which is 52 Chevy full custom truck that we're doing, and plan to show it all over the country, everywhere that we can possibly take it. And they were so gracious. They sent us a shifter to use in El Matador, and just a few weeks ago, whatever, I had the chance to put it in there. And so I've been sitting in the milk crate inside the truck behind the steering wheel, shifting my shifter, and I love it. It's awesome. Yeah. I can't wait to do it with noise and some motor noise. But no, the thing's so cool. And so I just want to thank you guys so much for what you've been doing with us and all the co-branding that we've jumped into and everything. It's a good partnership for us. And so we're here to do everything we can to support you guys
always
and what you're up to. So I hope that you've been loving what you're doing, because now we sure don't want to see you go away.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, because I know you said that you weren't into the car world, car scene, but you have
Oh.
the experience. What do you feel of it now? Now that you're in it,
You're deep into
you're
it.
Deep
Well,
in.
Yeah,
You're
we're
cruising to
in
go.
it, and we love it. And we come from
Yes.
a world with motorcycles and snowmobiles, and cars.
Right.
My dad left me his 1970 911T that he
Thanks,
drove
Dad.
It's a great
all over
Porsche.
the country, repping with. He knew basically the founders of the ski industry, like Howard Head and CB Sports, the North Face. So I rebuilt that. It was kind of one of my first getting into the car world. But there's a lot of the same people and a lot of crossover between that. And so when we bought this in June of 2020, of course it was lockdown, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's
so
scary.
there weren't any car shows or anything.
None.
So the
You're
first show we
dying.
went to was the Good Guys show that was in Salt Lake City.
Okay.
And
yeah.
I was nervous. I thought it was going to be cutthroat kind of world. Everybody's after each other, and we might see a competitor there, and it might be. I mean, I had no idea what to expect.
Right.
But we got there and we did a booth and brought our family, our son and daughter. They were 15 and 16 at that time.
14 and 15.
14 and 15, yeah.
So.
And it was pretty quick that we realized that we were in a good industry.
Yeah.
You made
Right.
the right choice.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
people that came to the booth were telling stories. They were thanking us for bringing it back. They thought we were out of business. They love that we're doing it as a family. They think it's great that the product is made in the USA. And like you guys, I mean, we want to see you succeed. It's amazing how many people that we meet when we go places that want to see us succeed.
Right.
Like
Absolutely.
That's how it
yeah.
should
It's
be.
how it should
It's
be.
exactly how it should be,
yes.
man.
Yeah.
We've talked a
And
lot about over the years on how
We can
it
support
doesn't
each
have to
other.
be cutthroat at all. It's like if I know how to do something, and and Murph is worried about, hey man, let me show you, or whatever. You know what I mean? You help out everybody, and I'm really glad to hear that people. I'm not surprised, but I'm really glad to hear that. Like, oh man,
That's their experience
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good feel to know. Yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah,
so
so
that was the
it's-
first one.
Yeah.
And
But the
now
part with that, like the very first night that we were setting up the booth, the kids were, they set up everything with us that they could. And then, we wanted to fine tune and they were running around and they went to the main building and the kids come back and they're like, look at the phone. I have pictures. There's a car in the main building. It's the nicest car and it has our shifter.
yeah.
nice.
They even know what
Yeah.
they're looking for, and that's even better.
And it was the best in the show. It was on all the artwork, the t-shirts.
Oh, it was the featured car. It
Nice.
was the featured car. Yes,
So we
that's
stepped
awesome.
into it and immediately it was like, it's really fun.
Yeah.
It was, and no looking back. I mean, there's been a lot of changes that we've had to make
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
a lot of upgrades,
Yeah.
but it's been awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
evolving.
And so
You
many
gotta
other
evolve.
people collaborating as well. The machine shop and the people across the street and the guy across the street over here. I mean, there's all of these. We don't have to do everything ourselves, which is the
Right.
best part.
Yeah, that's great.
A lot of manufacturers, everything they do all of it. And we don't need to. And it's
Right.
nice that we get to see our community around
You
us
get to be the
benefiting.
face, right, and you also get to be the ones that go and show the product.
Yeah. Are you guys out and about now? You're doing more shows and traveling around doing that stuff?
We're trying to more and more.
Yeah.
It's hard to go to shows because we have to shut the shop down.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So we're at that point where we got a guy working for us, and he's awesome, and we can kind of let things go a little more. But if I'm not here, the invoices aren't getting made, and
Yeah.
the customer service suffers a little. We've set some things up, like if you leave a voicemail here, I get an email. So if we're on the road or at the machine shop or anything like that, I can, if it's urgent, I can call somebody from my cell, or I can take an order over the phone. As long as I can get to a computer, I can put the order in, and then we can have our guy fill it. So that's helped a lot with us being in. I used to be, if the shop was shut, I was a wreck. We'd go to a show and I would be
That's this one.
because we're not, getting things done. So that being said, yeah, we want to do more and more shows. We love getting out and meeting people. We love seeing. I feel like we really are blessed that we get to see our parts go into so many different varieties of vehicles, and the people love it. We get more positive feedback on our product than I ever expected. And we
just
get
at Lone Star, I had just having their banner and having their brochure. I was sticking in every one of our bags and giving out stickers. They were like, "Oh my God, yeah, I got one of those."
Yeah.
Like they ding, remember that you guys are still here. And I'm like, still here, and they're like, yeah. I got a lot of great response from just having you guys posted up on, in our booth at Lone Star. So that was really cool.
And we've had a lot of invitations of, this is a really great show. You should go here. This is a really great show. So when we sit down and we listen to all these people and, back to the 50s in Minnesota, that's this person's favorite show. And you guys, it's the Lone Star Roundup. And when you spread it all out, we would be like busy.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a full-time job just going to shows.
It really
You
is.
could
That's
go
why
like
we picked the ones.
Yeah.
There's
you could
so
go
many
like every
shows.
month or whatever.
So many.
Yeah.
But that's also cool, like you said, the different variety of cars that have it. Like it's not just hot rods or gassers or what whatever they're in everything, which is just I get chills talking about it. It's just cool, They're fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, that's
Deuce
rad.
was definitely picking out his.
Yeah.
So
by the way.
Yeah, I got a 49 GMC 5-window pickup that I'm redoing, and we were just talking earlier before the show. I was telling Murphy, I says, "Man, I gotta get on the website and check out, see what kind of shit I'm gonna put into it." So it's gonna one of y'all's is gonna go into mine, which is awesome.
So
can't wait.
If I test my memory bank here, I believe that Gennie Shifter is like from way back.
Super.
What was the year that the company launched originally?
Okay, so 2 years ago we went to the Grand National Roadster Show, and of course, the big questions here, even in Colorado, was, "Hey, do you know how our shifter works? Are you familiar with our product?" And a lot of people would say, "No, we're not." Whatever. Well, we go to the Grand Nationals, and everybody's like, "Yeah, I know who you are. I've had my stuff, your stuff in my truck since '83, or whatever it was."
Right.
Well, there was one gentleman that came to our booth, and it was just Nick and Russell and I, our son, and the guys were totally busy, and I think Russell got to hear part of the conversation. But this gentleman walks up to me and he says, "Hi," shakes my hand. "Do you know the history of your business?" And I was like, "I bet you've got some information. I am all ears, right?"
Give it to me.
So he starts going into this whole deal of how the original owner had dreamed up this idea that he wanted a shifter to look exactly like the 32 Roadster, but he wanted it to be in an automatic transmission, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that way you've got that tiny little space to sit in and you're not shifting all over the place.
Right.
So he made it seem like he was concocting this for quite a long time. And for whatever reason, in 1972, this guy owned an F-100, and the original owner slammed that thing in, and that was the first Gennie shifter.
Okay.
Nice.
72.
But he was
That's
probably,
awesome.
like she said, thinking of it before
So
then.
he did a lot of tweaking and a lot of measuring. And then it was, well, let's look at this transmission and let's look at this transmission and let's see how we can do it. And it's going to be a side detent gate. And so the official launch was 1980.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We've never had a conversation, obviously, with the original owner, but there's been some other gentlemen who come and talk to us about buying parts out of his garage in the mid to late 70s.
Wow.
Because he was probably trying to figure it out
Fabricating
before
shit,
then.
just trying to make it fit.
I'm gonna make this work. It's gonna work. I know I'm gonna be able to do it. So he was probably concocting since maybe late early 60s. Who knows?
Late 60s, maybe? I don't
late
know.
60s. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool though.
That was kind of cool.
Especially if you go to a garage and say, "No, I got all these." You go, "What in the? These are everything that failed. These are the ones that work." Because
I love the stories.
that cat went through a lot of failure until he figured it out.
And then there was people this year that when we went, there was another guy who was like, "Oh yeah, I've had your stuff in my truck since the early '80s." He said, "I remember going to Tom's house, and depending on your transmission, certain parts of his house were sectioned off, and then he had like wire racks. Like one bedroom was like these transmissions, and then the brake parts were all in the garage, and everything was wire racks. So you just walk around the house and shop."
That's fantastic.
Wow. I don't know.
Yeah, home-based business.
That's like my dream house right there.
Yeah.
Which one do I need today?
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. I think my dream house too would be like being able to work on the car in the house.
Well, no, living above, and then you can have like a little floor that looks down and then see all your cars. Like I want to.
That would be cool too. But that's what you're in right there. Turn that, make part of that your living quarters.
Upper house, and then I can see all the cars down below, and like a little secret, little floor.
Are you going to have one of those plexiglass floors?
That's what I'm saying.
That'd be cool.
I can see. I can be like, look, there's my baby right there.
If you got one
my
of those,
car babies.
you got to get a fire pole though, so you look cool going down. Say not just the stairs. Say no, we're gonna go fast.
I could just be like, I could just fall. I could see that could be a bad story for me.
Trip and fall down the hole.
Have a grandpa hip hop.
But who wouldn't want to live above their shop and then you can just go to work? I think that's just the ultimate deal.
Yeah. So what's in the works in terms of like your R&D stuff? You got anything cooking that you're looking at doing?
Is the wheels turning up there?
Well, we're primarily known for an automatic shifter that resembles an old manual, right?
Right.
So people look in your car and they think it's a manual, but it actually shifts your automatic. And so we have a couple ideas for some different shifters, like maybe going into the 6 speeds and more speed transmissions, but that takes it's going to take a minute to get that done to really make it right. One thing that's really taken off for us is our manual transmission sticks. We sell over 100 Tremec style, the 2-bolt style sticks to various, mostly other dealers like Tremec dealers. But we sell a lot of manual shift sticks. One's called the Index 15, and it has a curved back and a 15-degree turn to the driver, and the other's Index 30 that's a little bit taller and a 30-degree, so you don't have to take your hands off the wheel as far to make your performance shifts. So those go into like a lot of Mustangs and Camaros, and it's a solid stainless steel stick that's polished, so it's like your silverware. And where a lot of our competitors' sticks are like a hollow chrome plated stick. And so these never rust, and you can feel the difference. So that's been something that's been taken off for us quite a bit. And then these new knobs are custom painted. We got 8 colors in stock right now, including
I wish it would
we shipped you a couple of
on
these
it, because it's so detailed. I know people like if you can see, you can see, but it's it's really good.
Yeah, they're super cool.
Yeah,
and,
I couldn't pick like my favorite because there's like 4 of them.
And they got
the gold. That was great.
That.
That was really good. I liked the black one with the red. That was great. The copper looking one, that orange one. I see there's just too many for me. I'm like, one.
They got such a good choice with the colors.
I dig it. There's like a good variety.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a fun thing that we think, hasn't been done. That we wanted to do something that we've been working on branding, right? You guys got the banners and stickers, and we wanted a knob that kind of brand. It's hard to put Gennie shifter on a stick, and not, a lot of people don't want that. They want the clean look of the stick. So we didn't want to put a sticker on the stick. So we thought that was a cool way that it's not too big, but you could identify your vehicle as a Gennie shifter vehicle.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, if you know what you're looking at, you know exactly where it's at. Those they look fantastic.
Yeah,
and that gunmetal gray one, I might that flat black with the red one of those. I'm telling you, man.
Because he's like, I gotta go. I was like, here, I got a picture, and I'm trying to like throw it up.
Sorry, as soon as you put that up there, I don't know if you saw it. I went, who?
Yeah, that might be
it.
That might be the one. I think they're all really good,
they're
and
beautiful.
they're very like classy looking, and you can go all kinds of ways with that for sure.
The shape feels really nice, and like I say, they're custom made, so no two are exactly alike, but and they're all made with like automotive paint and clears, so they hold up really well.
I like them. To me, they almost look like kind of atomic, like almost like a little spaceship.
Yeah, they do.
You know, I think they're cool.
They are. And that the big one with the kind of looks like blades, so it looks like a planet. That thing looks cool because it looks like similar to the one.
Something else that we're thinking
right
of doing too is you guys got the T-shirts that we made with the number 1 on the back.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're gonna keep those, but then we want to do a couple other T-shirts. And one of them might be. We've been talking with Scott Fisk, who you know, Colette. Right?
I know Scott. Yep, I know Scott.
Yeah,
he's great. He is so awesome. I'm trying to get him on a podcast.
We might have
he's
him
like,
draw
that great
one of our feature vehicles. We might try to get him to do a drawing, maybe of like El Matador or one of our sponsored vehicles, and make a new Gennie shifter shirt that's got a really cool build on it. I thought would be fun.
And Scott will knock that out of the park.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, well, I vote for El Matador, and I do. I vote for El Matador. I'm going to remember right after the show. I'm going to text to you just for you guys to see. But I have a rendering of what El Matador is becoming. So I'm going to send that to you so you have a better idea of really what we're up to.
That'll give Scott a great playing field.
Well, when we were on the phone call with Scott the other day, he was on his computer, we were on our computer, and we were looking at El Matador and like what the latest, and it was like the silver looks awesome. Are you going to by chance leave it like that?
No.
Oh, it looks
so when you send the rendering, you'll see.
It's right behind me, and it does look cool. You're not wrong.
I mean, but it's gonna have a pretty paint job.
Yeah. It's gonna be. Well, I don't want to give it away, but I'm gonna show you.
We'll
guys.
tell you guys.
Yeah.
We'll share the secrets with them.
Yeah, we're kind of
they get to know.
Getting to the point now, y'all, where we're starting to feel like we're not gonna do any more pictures.
Yeah, we're trying to because shut it down.
I really want to have it be where when it kind of hits the show circuit that people don't feel like they've seen it before, even from the internet or whatever.
Yeah,
so we're gonna try and
factor.
Yeah, we definitely want the wow factor. And there's only, what do they say? There's only one chance at a first impression, and once that happens, it's everywhere. So we're gonna do our best.
But when we send her the rendering and Scott sees that, he's gonna.
Yeah.
Now you can make him. Come on, he's got to get on a podcast now. Now he's got no choice.
Yeah.
He's got no choice. He's a great artist.
Custom Click called you out, Scott.
I called you out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so we're definitely going to do that and send that thing over there. I wonder when we're going to get a chance to see you guys and hang out and all that. That would be so great.
Come there, you come here.
I know maybe next year for Roundup, that would be cool. And if you make it out here, we got a place for you to stay.
Yeah.
We'll take care of
That
you.
would be awesome.
You'll have half our booth. We love to, co-brand with everybody.
Yeah. It'd be great.
Are you guys we looked for you at the Roadster show, the Grand National. And
we had a little turmoil stuff going on that kind of kept us from the show this year. We are going to be at Santa Maria in the end of May.
Mm-hmm.
And
Salina, Kansas.
We're kind of not doing a lot right now because we're really trying to be in the shop and get this truck done, So
we understand.
Yeah, we're not.
And what's the date on that?
July.
July.
Well, yeah. What is the date? I don't remember.
Is it June or July? Oh,
it's
Lord.
July. But off the top of my head, I don't know.
Off the top of my head, I don't know either.
I forgot what's that one called?
KKOA. KKOA, the Lead Sled Spectacular.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be
Yeah.
hot. That's how I know it's July, because it's so hot.
So hot.
It's just hot.
Yeah.
Like,
Deuce, we were in Salina,
can't even
Kansas
tell
one
you.
year setting up for the show, and it was 119.
I am not built. I am not built
was-
for that weather.
and
I'm
Tim
built for
Strange is
y'all's
like,
weather. I like it cold, cooler.
Tim Strange is like, I figured it out. I go, what do you mean? He's like, how to beat the heat. I guess there's a water park not too far. So him and Carrie his wife, go to the water park and just cool off. And I'm like, but we're supposed to be at the show, Tim, and you are a Hall of Famer. So why are you at the water park? He's like, it works.
You gotta survive, man.
He's like,
119.
it is so
Nope.
hot. It is just so hot. It's just miserable. But you know what? It's the love of the show that gets you there.
Yeah, it's a great
and
show.
it's the people too. Like, you can't beat it with a stick.
Yeah, it's a great show.
So you're hot and miserable, but you're there because you love it.
Yeah, we
That's
bring
what
up.
matters.
When it's hot and we have outdoor shows like we did Good Guys in Loveland, Colorado. Last year it rained on us, but the year before it was really hot. And
104.
104.
Ooh.
So
Yeah,
that's not
that's plenty
112
hot.
or 115.
No, but
No,
still
but that's
That's plenty hot.
plenty
The
hot,
air
and
is
there's
just so
no wind up there either. You guys were just hot.
And you're at 5,000 feet. So like you're high up and it feels like you're just being baked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And probably suffocating.
yeah.
I can't breathe. Yeah, it's
So-
wild.
So we went to the farm store and bought weed sprayers
That was smart.
and just
Douse
sprayed people
yourselves.
as they were walking by, and they loved it. They were like, "Can you get my
In
bag?"
the morning, we would run around the hotel and we would have the kids like go fill up the weed sprayers with ice.
Okay,
There
they're
you
coming
go.
with us.
And then
They have to.
throughout the day, they would just continue filling them with water and people would just stand there. And
That
It
was a
worked.
good move.
That's great.
it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do something. It's
That's a
brutal.
great idea.
That's a great idea. I'd have been like, spray me next.
When we go to Kansas this year, we should stop off and buy a bunch of squirt guns.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Squirt guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be fun.
Yeah, not as good as a weed sprayer, but you know,
No.
for the kids. For the kids.
For the kids.
For the kids.
Speaking of kids, your son Russell, is he around there somewhere?
Hang on a second.
Yeah, because I want to know if Russell's going to be like the next generation to take it over.
Yeah.
You know? Like, is he going to put some inside? Is he going to
Is
give
Russell hanging out in the
creative?
shop with you, Nick?
He's doing his homework upstairs. He's a
Okay.
senior
Oh.
this year, so
Good
he's
for him.
working on that right now. And then
Is
our
he
daughter,
into the shifter?
oh yeah, she's overseas. She'll be back at the end of this month, and they love it. I mean, I'm all about if they want to do something else, that's great. Like, I think it's healthy to learn from other people,
Sure.
but they're always welcome back here.
Hey, Russell.
Russell.
What's up,
How's it
dude?
going?
How you doing, man?
Good.
Surprise. Look at you. Good.
We're talking all things Gennie Shifter. How do
Yeah.
you feel about it?
I like it a lot. It was a big change from what we knew and did, but so far it's great. I love it.
Yeah.
It's cool to see your guys' product in a car, though, isn't it? Where you look over and go, "Hey, man,
Hey,
that's one of
me.
ours in this ride. That's right."
Oh yeah,
And every car is so different that's just even cooler. Where you go, "Oh, hey, there's one. Hey, there's one over there. That's right."
for sure.
So what kind of cool car are you going to have to put one in? Are you working on a cool car at all?
I'm not, but hopefully at some time we can. But
You need a garage.
yeah,
You
we
need a shop.
we need a shop to build them in for sure.
I like that. We
Well-
need a shop.
Well-
I know one.
What do you think you'd want?
Yeah, what would you go for? Yeah.
I don't even know. I'm not sure what era, but I don't know.
Do you like them low and slow, or do you like them fast?
More faster than low and
Yeah.
slow, but
Okay.
yeah.
Attaboy. Well, you gotta stay away from the 20s and 30s like I do. Because otherwise your knees are wrapped around your ears because your teeth's too tall.
Yeah, you are tall. He's tall. Yeah. You know the tall problem.
I love the cars. I just can't fit in the damn things.
Hey, Russell, we heard you're a tall kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you, 6'2"?
I think I'm like 6'1".
6'1"?
I don't think 6'1".
Are you taller than Dad?
Yes, I am.
look at his face. Yeah. My oldest son is 16, and he just now he's got me, and it's killing me a little bit, but he's got me for. I thought it was a little bit, but now it's a good inch.
Do you try
now,
to stand taller?
I did until I realized that it doesn't work. He's still taller, so he's got me.
It happened.
It happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Is it the younger one?
No, he's only 13. It's Campbell who's 16.
Who knows? You never
But
know.
yeah, Connor's around the corner. He's almost 6 foot, and he's 13.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's tall.
it is.
We thought it would be cool since we're into the dirt biking thing. We thought, and we've been looking, and we almost found one in Las Vegas when we were on our way to the Roadster show. But I think an El Camino would be kind of fun to show up
dude.
to the dirt bike track with, and
Yeah.
unload the bike, and
Heck yeah.
would be a cool one of many cool vehicles to get. So
Yeah.
we're looking, but we really do need a shop. We get a lot of snow here, and so
Right.
to have nice vehicles sitting out, even if you cover them,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need a place to put it.
Just
all
to
right.
put it, well, it's
Yeah,
a little snowy.
you need a big old garage to put all that stuff in, without a doubt.
Yeah,
so we're
us
working on
too.
that.
we need a big old garage.
Yeah, we need
at
a
home.
bigger garage.
Yeah. Everybody
Big
needs a
pole
big
barn
garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we can't store anything here. I mean, we have a whole bunch of stuff here already.
So there's no place here to put anything
Right.
anymore.
No more.
Well, that's awesome. What's your plans in the future, Russell?
Working here, and then
Yes.
this summer I think I'm gonna start working as a plumber
Attaboy.
for a little bit and see how that goes,
It's a good trade, man.
and then probably end up back here though.
That's all right.
Back here. Because it's cool. I mean, it's really cool what you guys are doing.
It's really
It
cool.
really is.
Yeah.
And keeping something that was around a long, long time ago and keeping it going is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we need the help.
Yeah.
And they need the help.
Mom, and we're gonna need more help.
Good one, Mom.
Russell.
Right on, man. Well,
Yeah.
very nice talking to you, Russell. Thank you for coming on here, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. It was nice to meet you guys too.
Take care of yourself,
Take
sir.
care, Russell.
Okay, he is a big
Cool,
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how he's like, I'm gonna come back here.
I'm gonna learn to be a plumber, but then I'm gonna come back.
That's a good trade.
It is a great
Yeah,
trade.
I mean, that's
Thanks,
a
bud.
different.
He can do that anywhere in the world.
Absolutely.
Nope.
But he's always gonna come back.
That's right.
I was like, yes,
That's awesome.
Yeah, good looking kid, Mom. He looks a lot
Yeah.
like Dad.
he does.
Thank you.
He sure does. And you said you said daughter was overseas.
Yep.
What does she do overseas?
Right now she's working with the team. They're doing a lot of things, just kind of helping out in the communities that they've been visiting. So it's a
Wow.
lot of learning language,
Teaching English.
teaching English,
Wow.
working at language learning school where they there's a lot of students there and they want to know more conversational English, not just British English that's generally taught.
Right.
So they set up I think she said their meetings are like a couple hours. So they really, really sit down and just immerse themselves with the other students and just walk them through stuff and teach them how to talk it.
Wow.
So they're really having a good time.
Good for her.
But I think the calendar, she'll be home essentially next week.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh.
How long has she been
So-
gone?
Oh gosh.
Like the 1st of February.
Well,
Oh,
this
wow.
part
A
of
few
the trip,
months.
the first part of the trip was in Nashville and they were there for 4 months.
Wow.
And then she came home over the holidays and then they turned around and headed back out. So it's a really cool
Nice.
experience. They're just calling it a gap year experience, just for students who want to maybe just learn the world. You know what I mean?
That's a really good thing for her to do. See the
And
world,
just-
see what it's really like everywhere, not just the shit you see on TV that you only see the bad parts of whatever, where you can
Right.
actually see real people, conversate with them, see what it's really like, how they live, how they talk, It's good. Very good for her. It's be a good growing experience for her.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Usually
and
I
they've
don't
got
watch
a
the news
really,
because it's so bad.
they're just surrounded by really awesome people who really just take care of them and really get them submerged. Like every community, every town, everywhere they go, it is like full on, you're here to learn. You're here to learn about the people that live here, right? Respect, show them gratitude, and like eat some really awesome food.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do. I want to win the lotto and travel the world, just eat my way through the world. Try all the crazy
Eating really awesome food across the world. Yeah.
just crazy weird stuff
Culture.
that here everyone think like, oh, I'd never eat that. I go, come on. People eat it every day somewhere. Give it to me. I'm in. I'd love that. Good for her, man.
So
That's
does that
cool.
mean, like, I think is it in Africa where they eat ants, dried ants?
Probably.
It could
Yeah,
be.
I mean, I've
Would you eat those?
oh yeah,
Sure.
yeah. I eat anything.
They're weird.
I've had crickets before. I've had chocolate covered crickets.
I've had fried
I've had that too. I
crickets.
was like,
Huh? Fried crickets, yeah.
Yeah.
Down in Mexico.
I kind of looked at him like, but it is covered in chocolate. I mean, you just can't.
I've been to a few weird places and,
then
had
after
some
that-
really weird things.
Back to the good stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Then I
You
get
try
back.
it once, but
Then I get a bag of double cheeseburgers and a cold beer and go, okay, I'm back.
yeah.
I tried it.
So
Now I'm
she'll be
having
back
this.
too.
Yeah.
And then she's coming in. I think she's going to work part-time in another one of the shops in town that she's helped out before and worked at, and just really likes the people. And it's actually a flower shop, and there's, it's the
Cool.
mountains. People come here and they do weddings
Oh,
and
yeah.
fancy dinners, and they rent houses for a week and invite their whole families, and they want flower arrangements. And so she helps do really awesome stuff.
Good for her,
So
man.
she's like, I think she's going to work and do that a couple days a week and then come and hang out with us and learn more of the business.
Yes, I like that.
Nice.
Because
Yeah.
especially
Awesome.
with things taken off, we've really had a really solid winter. Like thinking
Good.
that there would be some time where things might slow down, and it hasn't slowed down. I mean,
Anybody who experiences snow, that is their downtime. That's when they're building. That's when they want to start getting all the things because car show season's coming.
Right. So I'm not
But you
surprised
know
that you
what?
guys
I'm
are
not
just
surprised you
busier and
weren't.
busier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
some of our big
I believe
And
that.
Sweden.
Fantastic.
So
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
about to say
Sweden.
overseas, they love
Sweden.
our big American
Definitely.
cars.
Yeah. Definitely like
Yeah.
Sweden and Finland.
Finland. I went to a show in Finland,
Yeah.
and
They're huge on
they will
classic
tell
hot
you.
rods.
Oh yeah, and they
whatnot.
have great custom shows.
Yeah.
Super good ones. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we were kind of
We love
surprised
American
by how many international people know about our name and some of the history and how
Mhm.
big U.S. car building is in
Super
Australia,
huge.
New Zealand, and Europe. And I mean, we even had
Japan.
we just shipped
Japan.
a couple shifters to not to China, but to where was that guy?
Japan.
He was in Japan. Yeah, so I
Japan,
think
yeah.
and
There's
then I looked
huge
into that,
customs.
and they have some big shows there too. I don't
Huge
know,
one.
I
Moon
just think
Eyes.
it's
Moon
so
Eyes is
cool.
a big one you have to go to.
Yokohama, yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
a huge in Japan. So good. I mean,
Yeah.
they love. It's the culture's there. It's everywhere. It's in Finland. It's real.
Well, you remember we got
Those are shows that I want to see and I want to go to. That will be a bucket list one
we
for
got
me.
some
Moon Eyes.
emails a couple of years ago when we first started the show. Some of those guys in Japan that they were all over it. They're like, going, man, we love your show. We love hearing about it. Oh, God, with
Oh, good.
these Japanese guys just losing their noodle, going, man, this is so rad. You guys talk about this and
Because
do
they're
all this
doing
stuff.
that.
Yeah,
They're like
'cause-
literally doing it
Right.
there. You know what I mean? Building these awesome Mercs. There's a whole shop there in Japan that's all they build is Mercs, and it's so rad. It is so cool.
you guys can help me convince Murpho to take the show to Japan.
I know. I want to go to Moon Eyes. It will be a bucket list for
I'll
me.
put
I
on a
can go-
Komodo and eat my way through Japan.
Yeah, if you guys go with us. We're going to Japan.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
getting
right
in,
on.
and it's gonna happen. If that's what it takes, they're coming.
Yeah.
It's already
There you
done
go.
deal. Ding.
Yeah,
that'd
so
be
so
so
you're
great.
right. We want to do more and more shows, and I would love to visit customers or shows in all over the world. If we could use our business to get experiences over there,
Yeah.
and then go taste the food too, and be tourists a little
Yeah.
bit, of course, right?
The food.
Like
Yeah.
We will
it wouldn't
definitely
be
give
just the show. You'd hate to just go just for work.
That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we can, I think in the next couple of years we can have things figured out well enough that hopefully we can go do some more things like that.
I
Yeah.
I love the fact that all these different countries have recognized what y'all do and your product and realize how badass that is, and to be on it, go, man, there's only one shifter we're using. That's Gennie shifters. Could be because of the designs and everything, man. It's just cool.
Well, yeah,
that
and you're
hearing that
elevating,
stuff from
and you're
Australia,
evolving.
New Zealand. That's literally across the world.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're going, yeah, no problem, we got them. That's just, I love it. Love it.
Hell yeah.
But I get the
Ants
whole,
and crickets.
having to
And
like
I need
pick
some
and
ants and
choose
some crickets.
what you're going in. Pick and choose what you're going to, because it's a lot. There's a lot of shows going on all the time.
There is.
Yeah.
So I do have my little bucket list that I still want to do. Like Race of Gentlemen's one of them, Moon Eyes. But there is so much overseas too. That's just what we do here in the States all the time.
and
know what I mean?
They're fanatical. They love
huge
hot rodding.
hot rodders
Yeah.
out there, and they live the culture, and it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's really
They get to
awesome
pick and
to see
choose.
something that's just, like you say, it's not just the United States that
No.
really
No.
loves American-made hot rods.
They
Right.
It is
love
a
American
cultural phenomenon, and it
Yes.
is worldwide. There's,
Right.
Right.
I don't remember if there was somebody that inquired with us from some island in the South Pacific, or did we actually send them a shifter?
Yeah.
We sent them
I
a
believe
shifter,
it.
and Nick's like, "Where is this place? Pull it up
Yeah.
on the map." Right? So we're like clicking on the computer, we pull it up on the map, and it's like,
It was in the Philippines somewhere, wasn't it?
Do you have any roads?
We got one.
Right, one good road.
well, I think there was actually like, Google Photos, you can kind of
Mhm.
like click on a city and then somebody will upload. There was hot rods in the pictures on like
Nice.
From
these
Google Maps.
crazy roads up overlooking this most incredibly blue ocean that you could
Oh,
ever
man.
imagine. And it's like the island looks like it's small enough that it should just be limited to golf carts.
Yeah.
But they actually had hot rods.
That's
Wow.
fantastic.
So cool.
So
They,
different.
they must have the money though that they can build a car. Yeah, take a lap on the island and then put it in a container and meet it at a show in Japan or something. Right?
Right.
Like I think
Right.
that island was a big money
Yeah.
island.
With your one hot rod. But they needed
Well,
a
the cool
Gennie
thing is
shifter.
once you get it over to the mainland, you can go through Japan, you can go to China, go to Thailand, go to Vietnam. You know what I mean? Drive yourself all through Asia. The ones that are on islands, that'd be freaking really rad.
Or you can take a boat to the show.
I know they got a bunch of hot rods in Thailand because I got an email from a guy one time saying, asking about something, and it showed me some cars, and it's really cool what they do because they have a lot of Japanese engines. Like you can't get engines like U.S. engines, but they have a really cool old car with like a Japanese engine. So you have this massive engine bay with this engine that looks like my shoe inside of it. You know what I mean? But they're running them and they're
Some of
loving
these
it.
places have also building restrictions,
Right,
like what
that's
they
true,
can
too.
build or how high they can be or how low they can be. I know that was like a thing in, I think, Australia when somebody was building a car for there. It was like, well, they don't allow, but it's different all over. Like you can't be this far off the ground, so you can't be laying on your rockers. That's for fact. They just have different restrictions out
We
there.
need to talk to them about changing the
I know. I
rules.
want to talk to everybody in the world.
Changing those rules. Lower. Drop it.
More.
Well, we had talked to that builder in England. His name escapes me
Oh.
for a second.
Yeah.
But they had all those rules, and so they were making them out of the taxis.
That's right.
Oh yeah, Paul Bacon.
Paul
Bacon,
Bacon,
that's
yeah.
it. The bacon,
Paul,
yeah.
Paul Bacon, yes.
That's right. I forgot about that, man. That's right. That's right. That was cool. He was
Yeah,
on some
so-
crazy shit.
He was on the show. We've listened to a lot of the shows, not all of them. But
Yeah.
Paul Bacon, and then we listened to Clark Gilly,
Yeah.
coming home from, I think we went and walked SEMA and listened to that one.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Coming home from SEMA, and my mom lives in Fruta, which is near Grand Junction.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, let's just see if he's around. So I called, and he picked up on a Saturday, like second ring. And I was like, we're just in town, and we heard you on the Rodcast, and we'd like to come see your shop, you know? And he's like, well, I got to meet a guy who's buying some parts, and I got a crying, baby. And we're like, we love kids. And so he took some time with us on a Saturday and showed us around the shop. And
yeah,
he was so
pretty
excited about it.
cool.
He told us, he's like, I met them. Or they came to my shop, and I was like, "That's awesome."
Yeah, he's here right
He's
now
here
in
right
the shop,
now. Yeah,
fabricating a bunch of stuff back there, which is great.
yeah.
He was so stoked. He was like, "They came out to my shop."
That's
I was like,
awesome.
"That's awesome."
Yeah.
Yeah. How fun.
So it's just been fun meeting people. And you guys had TJ with Wilhelmina Customs
Yeah.
on the show. And
The
so
kids.
when we were at Grand National Roadster Show, I made a point to go and say hi to them. And those kids are great. I haven't seen a bunch of kids that are that enthusiastic and motivated, and he's done a great job with them. And they have a young kid that was like in charge of social media. So they wanted to show me all around their trailer that they built, and all their projects, and put our sticker up on the thing. But kind of what I was getting to is we, like them and you guys, we like seeing youth involved, whether it's one of Russell's good friends is going to what's that welding school in Gillette, Wyoming.
Yeah.
UTI.
Biotech.
Biotech.
No,
it's not WowTech. It's
further north, but it's like super accredited. So we support him, and we
he goes with us to shows.
Yeah, he goes and volunteers with us at shows in the booth and slings shift knobs, and he'll take the adapter kit out to somebody's car and make sure to get that it fits. But we want to support Wilhelmina, and we wouldn't have heard about that if it wasn't for you guys doing the show. So
that's great.
Well, thank you.
That's awesome.
Oh man, I'd love to hear about that.
Thank you guys for bringing something back that's nostalgic to us. You know what I mean?
And thank you guys. I mean,
world.
it takes all of us to make the culture go.
Yeah.
So.
And you can see, you can tell when, the kids, for instance, it's becoming a passion for them.
Right.
And it's different to view it when you see somebody so passionate about something. And you guys, same thing. The passion's there. And, you fight for things to keep going because you're very passionate about it. And I think we also, are really big on that, too, with passion. We're very passionate about all this. So.
And it is fun to share it. Going to shows, depending on which shows we go to. One of Russell's friends, his buddy goes every year, and it's just a small local show, no big deal. It's just for the day. Well, then he asked his dad last year, because he, does construction with his dad. Hey, can I go with them to the show? And his dad was like, no, I want to go. Right? So
boy.
we took both of them.
Nice. And we'll go.
With us.
Come on, Dad, let's go.
And then, we had a show then in the fall. It was the Good Guys in Loveland, and both of them came back with us. But one of Gabrielle's friends, she comes with us every year. So this was like her third year that she went with us. Well, then her parents decided they wanted to come participate. So they came down in whatever ride they came down in, I can't remember. And then they met up with us at the booth, and then everybody had Gennie Shifter work shirts on, and everybody was working the booth, and it was hilarious.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Just so much fun. So there was 3 families crammed in the 20 by 30 booth.
Yeah.
And everybody
that's right. You get on
had
that shirt. Let's go.
Exactly.
That's
So
fantastic.
We're branding them. Let's go.
It's been really fun. It's been really fun.
Awesome.
Just sharing and spreading the love.
And the stories you get to hear, and you're like, "Wow, that's kind of cool."
And people like your son, the father, and then the parents of the other little girl, where people who never would have gone to these things before,
you got them to go.
are now seeing a whole new world that's out there, and going, man, because it's not just the cars or your shift or whatever, they get to see the people and the culture. They get to talk to people and go, man, these people are great. You know, where you think like you're always so, oh, they're not, and you look and go, man, this is fantastic. And I love it. You know, they get to see a whole new world. Opens their eyes. It's great.
Joining the lifestyle. It's a lifestyle.
It is.
It's a way. It's a real way of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
That's awesome. I love it. I love all of it. Love all of it. And you guys, man, I'm so. We were talking earlier before we even had you on. Murphy and I were talking about how nice it is that not just to have you guys, but like having your shifters and some of the cars here or at the show when we saw some, about how cool it is. You know, when we were walking around there, how going, hey man, there's one there. Hey man, there's one there. You know, there's one over there and that one.
You're starting to look for them, huh?
Yeah. Once you know what to look for, once you know what you're looking at, you go, oh yeah, I got it around, man.
Finding them out in the wild.
It's in their natural environment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right on. Well, hey, I'm getting the whirly woo, so we got to start winding this up. So, hey, if give us all of your skinnies of how people can get a hold of y'all, like all your social medias, phone numbers. If people want to come by and see you, talk to you, or do orders, whatever it is, give us everything you got.
Yeah. So you can reach us. The best number to get us at is the 303-623-1963. That's the shop number. So 303-623-1963.
Right above their head.
Yeah, there you go. Point it. Put your
Right.
finger up and just do that for a second.
There it is.
There you go. It's there. There you go. Right there.
Yeah. Or GennieShifter.com is the website, and you can chat right there, and the chat goes directly to my cell phone. So that's a good way.
Cool.
You can share pictures that way and stuff too. Info@GennieShifter.com is the main email. We're on Instagram, and we're trying to increase that presence as much as we can. So you guys are great at that somehow.
Tag them up, people. Tag them up.
Yeah, tag them up. We love when people share their projects with us. And that's just at Gennie Shifter, or hashtag Gennie Shifter. And we're on Facebook too. And then
Is that Gennie Shifter?
we're trying to do more YouTube. I'm hoping we can post your Rodcasts on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna send channel. I don't know how that works, but I'm willing to.
We're gonna send you the little thing, and you can post it to yours, and we're definitely posting it to ours.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
tag everything.
Talk to Tony.
Yeah, Tony's the man in the back. He's the magic man.
We're gonna get Tony to help you do that.
But I think it's great. Like every time they call him, they're getting him direct.
Right.
Here's Tony.
Not like all the million
Tony.
people. It's the man up there. He's right there. Yeah. But like they'll get him direct.
Yeah, he'll get him.
Yeah,
he'll get him lined up.
Right.
We can do that. It'd be great, you guys, to get on your platform. And, anything that we can brainstorm and come up with to do together to co-brand and try to, do the best to support each other. We're more than 100%, behind you guys. So
absolutely.
We'll just have to keep it going.
Let you know the shows. We'll just keep in contact the whole way.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we encourage people to call. Our shifters are kind of built a la carte. There are three main pieces, a mounting kit, the shifter assembly, and then you choose your stick. And sometimes people need a little help figuring that out. And we are more than willing to spend the time to make sure you got the right parts. So please call, and we'll take time to figure it out.
That's care. That's handling with care.
That's right.
Yeah. Or if you have trouble with anything, we're good at troubleshooting. It's been.
Who's that?
We don't have many problems, but if somebody does have a problem, we take it serious and we figure it out.
Right. That's very important. That's cool.
Is.
We got one more guest tonight.
Who's the guard dog?
I can't let you guys go without seeing.
This is Angus.
It's a little
Angus.
Our shop dog.
He's our
What's that, Angus?
We have a shop dog. I feel like everybody's got. Oh, hi Angus. You are so cute.
Angus doesn't dig the limelight.
He just turned 4.
Mom.
Yeah, he just turned 4 this weekend.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Angus.
That's a great name.
Great name.
Yeah.
Great name. Boy, Nick, Sonia, thank you guys so much for being with us on our show. It's been great. Hopefully, man, I can't wait to see you guys at one of these other shows, and you never know.
Yeah.
One,
We're gonna
two,
collaborate
three of
at a
us
show.
might. You
Yeah.
never know. When I was gonna say, we just show up one day, and go, hey, like a leveling show, or you never know. Turn around and
Yeah.
go, hey,
Yeah,
there's
we'll
Murphy
figure that
Colette and
out.
some big ugly guy.
Or if you need some free air conditioning, we live at 8,000 feet.
God bless you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the water's cool up here. So
Come another month when it's $112, man. We all might be sleeping outside of your place.
yeah, you're more than welcome, any of you, if you're in the area.
Yeah,
got it,
we'll,
man.
we'll definitely be stopping by if we're in the area, and we do travel.
Yeah.
That way.
And we're right on the water, so it's pretty awesome.
Oh, even better.
Nice.
Nice
That's
and crispy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
perfect. Perfect. Well, hey guys, thank you guys again. I really appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, for all you people who have been watching this show, this is Nick and Sonia from Gennie Shifters, the original and still the best Gennie Shifters. Thank you guys very much for being on the show, man. We appreciate you.
Thanks
Thank
so
you,
much.
guys.
It was great.
Thank
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.